Hey everybody, you're listening to KTSW, The Other Side Drive. We just heard Calexico and their song Alone Again Or, and before that we heard Dirty Projectors and their song Gun Has No Trigger, and it is off their brand new album Swing Low Magellan. Right now we have in the studio Mr. Chief. Right now, tonight he will be playing at the Triple Crown doing his DJ set called Chief and the Doomsday Device. If you have any time, go check that out. As well as on August 25th, this Saturday, he will be playing Foodstock along with those nights, Grace Park and the Deer, the Black Squeeze, Goodfield, and the Couch. And of course, next week on Tuesday, he will be doing Bookstore Blowout with us right here for KTSW. So let's welcome Mr. Chief in the building. How are you doing, sir?
Doing very well today.
Excellent.
Doing good to be here.
We are excited for your upcoming events, we must say.
I'm excited to be a part of them.
So we're going to have a little bit of fun here in the studio, as you might have assumed. We're going to ask a couple of questions. Some might be music related, some might not be.
Awesome.
So let's start this off. Cool. So we all want to know, what were you listening to at the age of 15?
Age of 15, it was a nice mixture of Public Enemy and Soundgarden. It was like in everything in between.
Right on, right
That's
on.
Cool,
All
man.
points in between.
So what are some of the most underrated artists right now, in your opinion? Like people you think that might not get enough support, recognition?
Right now.
Some bands that you think that people should check out, in other words.
Ooh, got me off guard with that one. The new Metric is really good. Although I guess Metric is relatively well known, but
It's always good to point those guys out for sure.
yeah, I like that a lot. No Age is a good band that not a lot of people know of. But
Definitely.
they
I can
definitely
back
need
that.
a lot more support. You know.
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
we could sit here and go all day.
Go
about
on and
that.
on for days. So, do you have any musical guilty pleasures? Something that you might not, you might be ashamed of telling someone? Something maybe it could be tacky, could be outdated, anything in between?
I don't know if some people might consider it a guilty pleasure, but like we were talking about earlier, I'm a big Lana Del Rey fan. I've been really like a proponent of her and pushing her a lot. So
Definitely.
You always got to push the music you love, so
you know you got to be passionate about something. So.
definitely.
So, you obviously have a good, well-rounded music taste. Do you like pretty much anything and everything?
Oh yeah, I'll give everything one listen at least. Yeah.
What's something you might think listeners would be surprised that you listen to?
Probably some of the like really avant-garde punk stuff. A lot of the noise punk, like bands like Suicide or DNA or
Right on.
Can, like that. A lot of my source material for my songs actually comes from bands like that. So,
Very cool. That's
yeah.
awesome. Of course, I'm into the punk thing as well, so
mhm.
I think it's really cool when artists are very well-rounded and they like all different kinds of genres and pick and pull from, what they
there's
think.
such a world of sound out there to choose from.
Exactly. So, what was one of your most memorable performances? Something you always look forward to happening again, maybe in the future?
I remember being with my band Binary Audio Misfits, and we were in France touring, and we came up on a show in Toulouse. And I don't know how I overlooked the name of the band, but we ended up playing a show with themselves from Anacon, which was really cool because,
That's awesome.
yeah, we like all sat down to eat dinner, and as Dose One kept talking, he started kind of getting into the Dose One character.
Really?
And all of a sudden I realized we were like sitting there with a group that I love listening to,
Aw.
have been listening
crazy.
to all through the countryside. So,
Sounds like an awesome experience.
yeah, that was very memorable.
So I have one last question before Brandon's going to ask a few.
Okay.
So if you had to pick your spirit animal, what would it be? If you could pick an animal that really encompasses everything that you are as a human being, what would it be?
I think like a grizzly bear kind of encompasses me.
No one will mess with you then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you got
for
the
sure.
grizzly bear facial hair. I'm a fan of hibernation, you know. So,
No shave November
Sleep is
every day
always
of
a
the
good
year.
thing.
oh yeah.
Very cool.
All right. Well, you started out, one of the big things you started doing was playing at Lucy's, which is now called Bar 141 here in San Marcos.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like, what, back in 2000, correct?
Yeah, we started Electric Mayhem. Yeah, it was around 2000 or so. It was
Yeah.
when my band Liquid Stereo Project was still around.
Okay, yeah. Like, what do you think the San Marcos music scene's like changed since then in these like past 10 years or so?
There's been a lot of change in the San Marcos scene. I don't know, with Lucy's changing over to 141 and kind of changing their focus to more of a DJ culture.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like we lost that one central musical hub, because Texas Music Theater is great and I love everything they do, but it's like a traveling showcase.
Yeah, it's more like touring bands come there inside.
Bands with the money and the recognition.
Yeah, it'd almost be overkill for Texas Music Theater to focus on locals with everything they have. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So, Triple Crown still does great, and Tantra was holding it strong for a while, but
Yeah, they're not really doing much music nowadays anymore.
Yeah, the scene is kind of stretching out.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, you're also part of one of the new mixtapes you're doing is called the Soul Glow Collective, and it's a worldwide collaboration of DJs. They just dropped their first volume. How'd you become a part of that?
I became a part of that through an event in Austin called Exploded Drawn. There's like a whole beat scene going on in Austin right now with producers getting a chance to really shine, and one of the guys that's heavily involved with that is my friend Eversive, and Soul Glow is his baby from when he was in Corpus, and he brought it down with him and just started working on connecting a whole lot of people, and there's a lot of things coming up in the future with that too. So
cool, excellent. We're definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah,
that whole entire album, I was listening to it over your website. Yeah, just go to TheDoomsdayDevice.com, and he's streaming any of his mixtapes on there, and they're all just really great stuff.
I was listening to it whenever I was getting ready this morning. Definitely something to jam to for sure.
Yeah, I actually released one a little earlier today too. There's
really?
one
Awesome.
that I had just streaming, and I made it available now to get. So
very cool. What's it called?
It's called A Working Class Hero is Something to Be. I'm a big John Lennon fan. So
okay.
You heard him. Check
and this
that
whole
out.
thing is like a musical appreciation project. So
Very cool. Very cool.
All right. Well, talk about food stock real quick. Lauren, I was telling you this earlier, and this is a great way for you too, Mr. Chief. Some of the things you should probably know about the food bank and Hays County in general is about 70% of the entire population of Hays County lives under the poverty level, as well as 61% of all students who are in the Hays County School District, they use assisted lunches throughout the school year. So please come to Food Stock. It's a great way to help out. Any donations you can give, canned goods, money, anything will be greatly appreciated.
Moral support.
Definitely.
Yeah, the food bank is a great program to get behind.
Really is. Yeah, I'm really excited. And it's going to be at the Plaza Park. It's right across the river from Sewell. It's really easy to find. But yeah, it's going to be a great time. So please come check it out for sure. It's going to be August 25th at the Plaza Park stage. But right now, I got to tell you about some other stuff. We've got this little. I'm sorry about switching the mood, but coming up, we're turning to not the SEC. That's completely wrong. Where are we going? We're going to the WAC. We're going to the WAC, and you really need to stay up to date with this stuff because the next year we're going right to the Sun Belt. So stay up to date with all your sports knowledge by listening into Bobcat Radio. It's on Mondays and Wednesdays from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. right here on KTSW, and the guys are always really funny. They're smart dudes. They know all about their sports knowledge, and so it's a great way to learn about Bobcat sports. So check it out, Bobcat Radio, right here on KTSW. Coming up next, we'll play a couple of songs by Mr. Chief himself, and we'll keep finishing up this interview. So stick around for more Other Side Drive, y'all.
Do you know what's going on around campus or even San Marcos? The University Star keeps readers informed about what's really going on by including stories and opinions of Texas State students. Get your daily news dosage, amp up on Bobcat sports, put yourself in someone else's shoes with the opinion section, and even catch the wave on the trends that can affect you. The University Star can be picked up at many locations, on and off campus. It's all online too at star.txstate.edu. The University Star, not your average college newspaper.
Watch where you're going, you plonker. I nearly hit you.
I was trying to get to the other side, bloke.
Ah, yeah, 89 square in the KTSW village, is it? Well, what's the hurry?
Well, mate, with there being so many specialty shows that play various types of music, ticket giveaways, and even sports radio, who wouldn't want to be there?
Blimey, of course. Well, up on, we'll both go there, mate.
Hey there, cool cat. Who's that smooth voice I'm hearing? Oh, that's just the world-renowned jazz pianist Judy Carmichael. I always listen to Jazz Inspired with my morning cup of coffee on Thursdays at 7 a.m. and Sundays at 8 a.m. on KTSW to start my day out right.
Oh, is that so?
Sure is. With so many warm, passionate guests sharing their work and recordings, I get a taste of the soothing world of jazz.
Oh, yeah. I'll take a cup of that.
The back of the page is my new domain, because one sheet could no longer handle the strain of the burden that I displace. The worry and the disgrace, the embarrassing distaste left behind. It drove me out of my mind to find that hip-hop love is the choking kind, the all-up-in-your-face joking kind, the words that are left unspoken kind. Soaking my lines in sarcasm, hurling like javelins without a care to where it's traveling. I figure wherever they land is where the word association will be in demand. We got more rhymes than there's grains of sand, and we all dig playing in the traveling band. Backhand a rapper if the show is bland, just because we can. But understand, we don't want to spread violence, that's not the plan. We want to build with other crews and expand like a fat man's waistband on Thanksgiving. Robert Altman type props is how I'm living. Copycat rappers get cut like ribbons. Half day closing without Beth Gibbons. Fibbing about your bank account amount won't impress me. Let's see you get debt free. Well, the bottom drops out from the music industry, and your GED won't get a JOB since he spelled quick without the C on the standardized test. People that suffer for much less. Everyone's trying their best to be head above water and be in the black next quarter just to get by. And I mean bare necessities everyone hopes would be readily available in our stable society. But I step outside and the people eyeing me see an opportunity for spare change. Big business makes mad profits. I find that such a strange imbalance, insane challenge for folks to comprehend. So they pretend that the problem isn't there, stay unaware by choice. And in exchange for your voice, you get a trip to the house of stained glass, credit card for buying your gas, promotion and social class. Wedding day to play at last. Come home to white fence and green grass. Little red Corvette that you could drive fast around the corner, hoping that you won't crash because the little red thing costs so much cash. It'd be a downright shame to turn it into trash. I find that a sad existence, therefore I calmly put up resistance. Making it intense is key. Basically, I'm obsessive compulsive to that which I find repulsive, that which offends me, that which does harm and acts friendly or any other guise. The messenger with devious eyes and a fresh new batch of his lies. Arbulos, host you girls and guys, for the time has come to get wise to the facts. These politicians ride our backs with a reckless abandon, getting money hand over fist, forget protecting our interests. All they know is politics of the business. We must act as recipient and witness at the same time for our difficult climb.
I hope, man, if I stand here right now, if you didn't think about it before, think about it now. If you didn't think about it before, goddamn it now, how about it?
Matchmaker, arsonist, moonlight, fire in the eyes, blind men recognize. With the hands idle or in need of a title, at those feet walk the moonlight mile. Marathon style, continuous, stress the whole episode strenuous. Self-made venomous due to an unchecked interest that's been known to manifest at the peak. Run for 8 days a week, roadshow flow opposite antique. Instant, classic, dope on plastic, right exact within the inner fabric. Truth interwoven between the words chosen. Halfway home at the half-day closing. Frozen in the chain of events with the strain imposing itself until the chain is broken.
Every time you do your thing, watch what you do. Watch what you do.
Rearrangement to the origins of lost mammal. Burn both candles, ends off the handle. Putting everything together with the choice to dismantle freedom. Leaving the shambles, rubble, rumble, yet remain humble. King of a castle that will soon crumble. Packed light, shadow in the night. Versatile style on the scale hematite. First-hand knowledge, trapped in the quantum of solace. No apology for being polished. Why confession for a life's perfection? Search for sagehood, passing on lessons. Sentimental journey of the soul. Digging on introspection, fun and control. This is how the accidental at-home tourist is created and then emancipated.
Every time you do your thing, watch what you do. Watch what you do.
Tethered snug against a withering wind, perimeter spin, division disconnect the ends, subvert the bends, the brakes replace the shaking hands and hearts. We could stand a new start, but it's all hail the visible chatter. The batter boils for scattered shots, it's auto despondent, gassy last breath responsive. Slap mantra, drop the top, the skin spoil. Empirical band that's sunk in coil. Exact diversion of the sayer's death. These layers play deaf to its all up theft. Sifted from off of this database faceless. But we teeth meat to live, give to these embedded beasts. We better be ready to unsettle these up a metal kettle hot prototype lettering. See, let her sing lethargic. Let them bring bombardment. Let the shards hit our compartments. Rewrite a fate to hit its target. We can all bask in the ashes as the castles fall where they may. But we can all outlast the ration. Rebuild our broken focus and shape it up in our way.
Every time you do your thing, watch what you do. Watch what you do. Every time you do your thing, watch what you do. Watch what you do.
All right. Well, we're back on the other side drive. We just heard Head Above Water by Chief, and then we heard Lost Mammal by Chief and the Doomsday Device, and it was featuring your friend Evac One, right?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I'm a man out of Corpus Christi representing.
Excellent. Let's always represent the South Texas out down there, man. I'm down
That's
with
a lot
that.
of Corpus Christi mentions.
Yeah, I'm from Rockport, so
All
it's
right.
very close.
How was the process with that song?
What's that?
How was the process with that song?
Oh, this is cool. That was like the fourth time I've worked with Evac. He's a long time friend and collaborator, and one of those guys that inspires me to push myself to different levels. So
It's always good to have someone like that, for sure, for sure.
We did that song like Postal Service style, just
Oh, really?
That's
back and
right.
That's
forth.
awesome.
Yep.
All right. Well, I want to talk about like actually your new mixtape, A Working Class Hero is Something to Be.
Cool.
Like you said, you just dropped the whole entire album today, but you've sampled on this album. You sample everything from Butthole Surfers, Kanye West, and even Hank Williams, and still has like a very hip hop sound. So, have you ever found like artists that like are just too difficult to use like that?
Not really, man. There's a little something in everything, you know. Like you may not be able to find passages or like drums or guitar or something, but sometimes there's just little sounds or little incidental things that people say that just find their way into songs, you know.
Yeah, you're all over the board with all these different genres. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love that.
Grown up in a world of music, you know. So like there's so much out there. I'm trying to take it all in as quick as possible. Yeah.
Were you like ever influenced by like a specific artist, like kind of take these risks, or was it more just like listening to all these kinds of musics made you just really like this kind of music?
I think DJ Z. Well, yeah, my parents first off were like record store freaks. They would just every paycheck day they were at Sound Warehouse. You know, that's
Been there.
Exactly. That's some of my earliest memories. So that was kind of the gateway, and I dabbled in DJing for a while, and then I remember when DJ Z-Trip came on the scene. He was one of the first I heard that would take, you know, an old 80s drum break and put Led Zeppelin on it, and sprinkle in some White Snake just for fun. You know, it's-
Why not?
exactly, yeah. And he was one of the first people that really made me think about taking things outside of the normal perceived boundaries that people have for music.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a new little session coming up, brand new to OSD, never been done before, and probably will never be done again. It's called This or That.
Yeah.
Or would
well,
you like to explain?
Well, basically, this or that. It's a list of questions or a list of objects, this or that, and you're going to have to pick which one you prefer or which one you favor, which one sounds cooler, whatever.
Cool.
Feel free to explain.
Will do.
All right.
I think it seems like something that's going to need explanation. So.
I feel like some of these definitely will. Okay, so we're going to start off with soup or salad.
I like soup. I like, you know, the whole... I'm a fan of like chicken noodle soup, you know, alphabet soup. There's just such a... I think there's more varieties of soup than there are salads, so...
Rightfully so. Dogs or cats?
Cats. I like dogs, but I think cats have more personality. And being a fan of people, cats I think are a little closer to people than dogs.
Simpsons or Family Guy?
Simpsons. All the way. I'm an old schooler.
Way back when.
I've been following The Simpsons since the Tracy Ullman show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you rather have surprise or certainty?
I like surprise. I feel I'm a believer in like predestination. Like if you think about something long enough, you'll manifest that destiny. So I do enjoy being surprised with things that I don't see coming, you know.
That's a good outlook.
Yeah.
Because you never know what's coming.
Yeah, you get a little bit of both that way.
Rather be amused than disappointed, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Batman or Superman?
Batman. I can relate a little more to the realness, you know. I wasn't born an alien from some crazy planet, but if I was given billions of dollars, I think I could come up with enough gadgets to be classified a superhero.
Rock, paper, or scissors?
Gotta go rock.
Gotta go with rock?
That's the natural one, yeah.
Most powerful?
Yeah, there's no scissors lying around on the
No
ground.
reason why paper should win. Stupid.
Yeah, paper to me seems to get like the double bonus in there. I feel like a rock could just bust through paper.
Pepsi or Coke?
I'm gonna have
or
to.
Juice.
I'll go juice on this one. Yeah, I'll go orange juice.
I think I'm there with you as
either
well.
support Pepsi or Coke. We are a non-commercial radio station.
Chief and the Doomsday Device doesn't support either one of those either.
Would you rather be at the beach or at the pool? A really nice pool, not just any kind of pool.
The beach, I gotta say. I like the just standing on the edge of the ocean, looking out into forever.
The natural aspects of everything.
You don't really get that at a pool. Yeah.
You definitely don't. Would you rather be blind or deaf?
Ooh.
Difficult.
That's a tough question, man. I'm going to have to say blind because Stevie Wonder is an awesome musician and Ray Charles was a great musician. And I don't know what I'd be able to do without hearing music.
Yeah.
I can go without seeing a lot of things.
Yeah.
But I got to hear music.
Night or day?
I'm a night fan.
Night fan.
Yeah. I think that's when all the creative spirits are out and when all the fun happens, you know.
Understandably so. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
All the normal people are out during the day.
Yep.
You know, yeah, the working class.
Yeah.
folks,
Exactly.
like myself.
Speaking of the working class, money or power?
Right now, money. Yeah, I have no money, so I really don't have power either, but I could use some money.
I'm there with you.
Long term, though. No, I would still say money in the long term, because what's that saying? Absolute power corrupts absolutely. I think
Something like that?
I really don't need any more control over anything other than myself.
That's a good aspect.
Yeah.
Good news first or bad news first?
Let's go bad news.
Bad news?
Yeah, have something to leave on, a high note to leave on, you know.
Definitely.
Super Mario or Street Fighter?
Oh, man.
Those are like two completely different game genres.
I know.
That's a tough question.
Difficult
man.
question.
Yeah. I mean, because Super Mario's always been there since I was a kid, but Street Fighter changed again. I got to say Street Fighter.
Street Fighter?
That's when I went from being a boy to a man. You know?
All right. Well, which is your favorite Street Fighter, though? Even the versus counts.
I'm actually a weird one. I'm a fan of a Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition because I like Ryu, and I really like the gray Ryu suit as opposed to the white Ryu suit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a very small, incidental thing.
Whatever, it's your opinion.
Oh, yeah.
River or lake?
I like the San Marcos River a lot, so I'm going to have to go for river.
Cool. Sounds good.
Yeah.
It's ingrained in my system now.
So, actually, being here for 8 years, do you have like a secret spot here at the river yet?
No, man. I'll just go everywhere. I'm still trying to explore this whole river, man. I think even if you float the entire thing, you still don't get a chance to like enjoy it all truly.
Exactly.
So, yeah, there's so much fun to be had on that river.
For sure. And last question, spiders or snakes? Let's take this to the extreme. Spiders or snakes in your bed?
Is this which would I prefer? Or
Yes.
Which one am I
Which
scared
one would you
of?
prefer?
Which would I prefer? I'm going to have to say a snake because at least I can tell quicker if snakes are in my bed than spiders.
It's true.
Perfect, flawless answer.
Faster reaction time with a snake than with a spider, I think.
Exactly.
All right. Well, let's
fun.
talk about the weather real quick. I want to first thank Mr. Chief for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
We had
definitely.
a lot of fun.